Hello and welcome to Mickey's Plays. I'm your host, Mickey, and this is my very first published video. There have been others, but they were not as good as this one, and I'm really proud of how it turned out, as well as my build today, which let's dive right into it. So, funny story, I was a little bored one day and I asked my girlfriend for something to build, and she gave me a toughie. I ended up building it, which will probably be my next set of videos. But as for this one, I wanted something a little quicker, a little easier, and it ended up not being quick or easy. It took me a little over an hour to do this one, which I guess actually is pretty good for me. Um, but anyway, I had fun doing it, and I'm really glad I did. I've got a picture that I'm referencing here. It's a real, maybe not real life, but something that I'm basing on. So in The Sims, that's very hard to do if you don't already know, because we don't have as much as is available in the real world. The proportions are also off, and I had to make some adjustments very early on into the video, and use my imagination a lot. But like I said, a lot of fun. Right here, I'm really just doing the layout and trying to figure out where everything is going to go. Part of the process, I really like to imagine where how everything is going to look beforehand, and I move stuff around a lot. um, so one thing that I want to warn you guys about is I have ADD, and I often don't take my Adderall for gameplay. I just have more fun without it, which is completely fine. I think the disorder is a lot well known than it was when I was diagnosed when I was 6. But anyway, the reason that I'm telling you this is because I am guaranteeing you that I will go off on a tangent, not complete my sentences, um, not be able to think of what to say, get distracted, all sorts of things. So if you don't know how people with ADD or ADHD interact with their world, this will be a good lesson for you, at least for me. So if I end up not finishing what I'm saying or something doesn't make sense, feel free to point it out in the comments, and I'll either edit or put my own comment if I can. Um, let's see, what else? I guess I should talk about the build, huh? Um, we're really coming along here. I have a general idea of where everything is going, and I'm starting to hone in on the details. I can't remember if I have asked you guys this yet or not. Okay, I don't think I have. So I thought it would be fun for, in my first video, to ask the audience to try to figure out what it is that I'm building before we get finished. And this is in such a late stage. You might actually already know what it is. We have a couple of hints here so far. There is a modern element to what I wanted, but I did want to have a kitchen and indoor plumbing, and I think it looks pretty nice, pretty reasonable. I haven't seen the inside in a really long time, and I couldn't really remember what all was there. Was that a car? So I just kind of went off my memory. Oh, and right here, I blurred the screen for a couple seconds. I have a lot of CC, and there were a couple of things on the screen right there that just weren't YouTube appropriate. So I blurred the screen so I wouldn't get my video banned. Hopefully. um, what was I talking about before then? I honestly don't remember. Yep, no idea. So let's see. Anyway, this is, I guess, the primary bedroom that I'm working on here. It's still pretty small, but I think it fits the cottage vibe that I'm going for. Um, oh, and here's some more content. I actually just caught that in the editing stage when I was trying to do all of my effects. I am so glad that I caught it. You guys, editing is so much fun. I was so overwhelmed when I first started and like, what do all these buttons do? But it's a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. Um, Maybe I should talk about myself a little bit more, which, by the way, I hate. I'm so much of an introvert and like, no attention on me, which is why I don't have a face cam, at least right now. I want to remain as anonymous and keep my privacy as much as possible. So I'm going to be telling you things about my real life, but I'm not going to give any personal details that would help anyone figure out who I actually am. I know that's going to annoy some people, and it's just okay. And I'm just getting started, so I might change my mind later, but I appreciate anyone's um, cooperation in keeping my privacy. So thank you for that. Let's see what else. I mentioned a girlfriend. She is the love of my life. And geez, I could talk to her all day, talk about her all day. I I can't even, start. We've got less than a minute to go, actually. So I think I'll talk about her in my next video. Um, it will be what she asked me to design first. And I can't wait to share that one as well because I am so, so proud of how it turned out. Here we are in the final stages. We have our exterior pretty much done. I'm just putting on a last couple of touches. So I'm going to go ahead and start wrapping up. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you've gotten this far, I really appreciate it. Have a wonderful rest of your day. And thanks for watching. Bye.